happens at each time after that bar is done, you get a skill point, and you can either choose to, as you go through leveling and stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna do this personally because I don't feel like I'm not a completionist. I don't have to get every single one of my utilities. If there's some cool ass ones, I'll get them. If some cool ass ones that I want to sit on the side, I'll get those too. But I'm not one of them types that's going to get every utility skill. But I think, don't quote me. I think they said to unlock every utility skill, you're going to need 170, 170, what the fuck? I can't, skill points. I couldn't think of the word. You're going to need 170 skill points, and then, everything's unlocked. But you're like, all right, so you get 170 skill points, whatever. What happens after that? Here's where they come in. They're like, we made this Mystic Forge. It's not just for throwing shitty items, grandma slippers, tomato cakes, whatever the fuck. It's for making legendary items and shit. You get these skill points, and there's this old broad sitting there next to the Mystic Forge, I guess. She holds these other items. And you take these skill points, these other items, and other shit, like you get out in the field, like centaur fucking hooves or fucking drake testicles. I don't know what you need, but you're gonna throw it in the Mystic Forge, and eventually, if you get enough shit, you're gonna make legendary items. Holy shit! And from what it sounds like, they make a legendary for each weapon, and the fucking legendaries are bad fucking ass from what I hear. Now, the longbow to me sounds kind of corny. It's like a unicorn head and it shoots fucking rainbows, but hey, whatever. Teach his own. But I guess there's a fucking kick-ass... Oh, and another thing, these legendaries aren't just cool looking in your hand. I guess they affect your armor and shit. So, like, I don't know if you fucking got the... They were talking about something like a fucking hammer or something that makes your... like molten metal, and you walk around these molten metal puddles behind you, and maybe the rainbow bow, when you fucking use it and walk around, flowers come up behind you. I don't know, but hey, that's just cool. And they said the great sword has a night sword and a day sword, and like they kind of, I don't know, the imagery of the blade is like night and day. I don't know what that exactly means. But if you make both of those legendaries, the night one and the day one, and then put them in the Mystic Forge, you make the like ultra fucking legendary great sword that fucking switches with the time of day it is. That's badass. I don't know if I'd want that, but that's fucking badass. And shit, what else? So you're constantly getting these skill points and shit. And the cool thing about that is, it's already cool with the sidekick down system and shit, like helping your friends down at a lower level. But now, with that leveling stuff, helping them level or, just having fun with them, you're still getting XP and you're working towards those skill points. And that's fucking awesome. That gives you more incentive to go do shit. I just think that's, personally, I think that's really cool. And they said, too, that they have a live team, or they're taking their dev teams and splitting them up. One half is going and working on the expansions, and the other one is just strictly made to create new dynamic events and new dungeons. I don't know if they said dungeons, I can't remember, but hell, I'm sure that means that too. And putting that and rotating that into like the lower level places. So when you go down there, you're not always doing the same dynamic events, because they're going to be rotating them out. So I think that's fucking cool. I'm coming from WoW. Anybody who plays WoW knows how stale that fucking game was. Knows that, you fucking, if you went through Westfall or you went through fucking, Jesus Christ, I can't remember. Westfall and... Anyways, you know what the fuck I'm saying. Can't think of the damn name of the place. I fucking played that game for 6 years. Anyway, Elwyn Forest, that's it. Those quests, when you started out, dude, you fucking couldn't stand them. All of them quests, like, you just get sick of them after a while. They're rotating shit out, and when you go help friends, you might not have done that shit before. And, dude, it's just a cool concept. And then they got holiday things, which I'm really cool. I'm really excited to see, because, WoW's holiday things were pretty cool, but after you've seen them a couple of years, got kind of lame. But I'm I'm excited to see with these new enhanced, like, their way of, making their world, how graphically nice it is and everything. I can't wait to see these holiday events in this game. It's gonna be cool, dude. I'm very excited after hearing all this shit. Also, I was looking around on some of the forums and news sites and stuff, and I seen something weird. And I've heard about this, a long time ago, and not much recently, but somebody was digging around in the new client files of the new beta, build and everything, and they came across these. I don't know what that's for, but what they look a lot like is Xbox buttons. And a long time ago, I'm not talking years ago, but recently I've heard that they've planned on making Guild Wars 2 the first console MMO game as well. It would be revolutionary. It'd be cool. Not for me. I don't know. I can't see how they could bring so much stuff into a console game. I don't know. I'm sure they wouldn't do it unless they thought they could. I mean, from what I've seen so far, ArenaNet's very good at what they do. So they must have a plan. I don't know. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments. Like I said, personally, I don't see how they can do it, or how it would be as good as the PC game. But hey, that's why they're ArenaNet, right? They're the fucking boss. So, and in this beta weekend, I think what I'm gonna do is, I've been saying I'm not gonna play Azura because that's gonna be my main when I fucking start and release, but I'm not gonna be able to not play them. They're just fucking cool looking. I've played a gnome my entire WoW career, a gnome warlock, and my phone's beeping. Played a gnome warlock my entire World of Warcraft career. I can't not play the Azura, so what I'm gonna do is get my Azura Guardian made and go run around with some people in other areas so I don't ruin the Azura starting area. But I think that's what I'm planning to do. I think that's my plan for the beta weekend. What are you guys gonna do? What are you guys excited about? Is there new things that you want to check out? Is there new stuff that you want to do? Let me know in the comments. And also let me know what you think about all the stuff that Eric Flannum and Colin Johansson came out with about the endgame. Tell me what you're excited about, or maybe not so excited about with that. And also your theories on the temple run with the temple gods and shit. Let me know what you think about that stuff. Alright, and I think with that, I'm going to sign out for this episode. A couple shout outs I want to give out to other podcasters in the Guild Wars 2 community. I think we should all stick together. That way people who want to view our stuff has an easy, access to us in like a little, place to like just converge. So, like I said, I might not be the most visually stunning podcast out there. I may, my audio might suck, but hey, I share the same love as all the listeners have, and that's a love for Guild Wars 2 and excitedness and all kinds of other shit. This game is going to be badass, and I look for new podcasts all the time to listen to, and so I'm going to give the love to the podcasts I listen to and give you the links here. The Lincoln Cast. It's an awesome podcast about Guild Wars 2. I check them out every week. As soon as they put shit up, I'm fucking on it. I love that show. Then the Chronicles of Tyria podcast, COT podcast. That's a podcast about lore. I found them recently, and I started to listen to them. And I really find them interesting because not like WoW. Like WoW, I always said, I want to find out about lore and shit. But the fucking thing with WoW is every time I started to look up shit and I'd go to do quests and say request texts. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like reading, but I like reading on the fucking couch. I don't like reading in a game. I didn't feel like reading a 2-page fucking quest text and shit, so I just would never get into the lore. But with the cinematics in this game, I could really find myself getting into it. I know I did in my Char Guardian beta weekend. I played some of his personal story, and holy fucking shit, it was awesome. And it was, I got lost in the story. And this lore podcast, the COT podcast, they're fucking badass. I learn more each time I fucking listen to them, and they're great. Check them out. Also, Tyria Talk with the Bog Otter. He's also on Guildcast. But Tyria Talk, he's all into the newest shit, the news that comes out and everything else. I really like him. He's fucking, he's top notch. And then there's Tales of Tyria with Bridger and Team Legacy. They're really in depth with news and fucking links, story links, YouTube links. So check all those guys out. And the one show that always, started me on this whole journey was Guildcast. Gamebreaker TV's Guildcast. So check them out as well. So, all right, I got to cut this short. So I'll talk to you guys next time. And thank you for listening. Please subscribe. Please like the video. And I'll talk to you later. And I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.